Welcome to Tennessee. What's up from 50 States My Way? We have stopped in Sevierville for a really epic Sunday lunch en route to Great Smoky Mountain National Park. We are at the Apple Cider Mill Farmhouse Restaurant. It is delicious, absolutely amazing. Like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite thing is to get at the Apple Cider Mill Farmhouse Restaurant. We're gonna showcase what we got, review the meal, and not leave here hungry, that is for sure. Apple fritters and apple butter with an apple julep. Other restaurants give you bread baskets or cornbread, but when you come to the Applewood Farmhouse Restaurant in Sevierville, you get this dipped into apple butter. An apple fritter. It's like a donut and it's delicious. So dangerous. So yummy. What makes it is the combination of the apple fritter with the butter. The thing to do when you come to the Farmhouse Restaurant is come hungry, especially when it's for Sunday lunch. We get the fritters, our little julep, that's our little welcome, vegetable soup or broccoli soup. We went with vegetable. Your entree, which is huge, we'll show video here in a second, and dessert. The entrees come with mashed potatoes and then an additional side. So huge portions. I think it's safe to say that after lunch we're going on a 4-mile hike in the Smoky Mountain National Park before dinner. I don't even know if there's going to be room for dinner, but we are loving the Apple Barn restaurant in Sevierville. This is the vegetable soup that comes with your meal. Delicious, especially on a fall cold day. This is the grilled chicken with apple chutney, collard greens, and mashed potatoes. And Ryan has the chicken and dumplings, fried chicken, and pot pie with green beans and mashed potatoes. This is the sampler. Lots and lots of food, and we still get dessert. Absolutely delicious. So I'm technically not supposed to be eating gluten right now. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did cave and eat the fritters. And Ryan did let me sneak 2 dumplings because chicken and dumplings are my favorite. And I wanted to at least have a bite of them. And I must say, they are so good. But for those who do have gluten allergies, this apple chutney chicken and the collard greens with mashed potatoes are delicious. Very flavorful. Really, really good. I'm a big collard green kind of fan, and I love putting it with some hot sauce. Absolutely delicious. Ryan's fried chicken looks amazing, and he's now digging into the chicken and dumplings, I'm sure, so that I can't have another bite. How are they?
Good. You can't have another bite.
I'm not allowed to have another bite. But so delicious, and definitely a favorite food of mine. So it's really hard for me not to get the whole big plate. Ryan's officially going for the chicken pot pie, and it is filled with veggies and all types of yummy things. How was the fried chicken?
Delicious.
How's the pot pie?
Really good.
Awesome. And as you can see, we did get the apple cake and apple cobbler to go because it's getting a little hard to finish so much food, but so good. Again, the chicken, even not having it fried, with this marinade and the chutney, it's so packed full of flavor. Definitely like being in the South. total Southern cooking galore. And you have to come hungry because you get so much food. But it's really good. Future Ashley here. I forgot to film a video recapping our time at the Apple Barn, and because of how busy things were and we were a little time crunched, I did not film any of the additional pieces of the Apple Barn area. So I apologize for that, but I did want to take a moment to recap. Epic. If you are in the Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, I highly recommend it. Our first visit to Gatlinburg back in 2015, this was one of our absolute favorite locations. So when I knew we were doing Chickamauga, Georgia, and it was going to be passing right past Knoxville, which from Knoxville to Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Gatlinburg area, it's about 45 minutes. I was like, Ryan, we need to spend the night there, break up the trip a little bit, and go to the Apple Barn and go to our other favorite restaurant, Crockett's, future video to come, and just really chill and ease our way back home. And I'm so glad that we did that, because not only is the food delicious, but it just gave us a nice taste of an area of Tennessee that we absolutely love. We even talked about how potentially for our Tennessee runcation, we might do Knoxville so that we can go back to the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area and hang out again. We absolutely love it there. There's so much to see and do, but most importantly, the food is delicious. So again, to recap, our time at the Apple Barn restaurant, so yummy. I mentioned that I was on an elimination diet, and that was because 2 weeks after we got back, I ended up having surgery for endometriosis, and at the time we didn't know the extent of the damage. We didn't know if my GI issues were related to food or if it was because of endometriosis. So I was really trying to eliminate as much inflammatory foods as possible. I want to go out and explain that I am not allergic to gluten. I did get tested for celiac, and I don't have celiac disease. However, for those of you who do have celiac or gluten intolerance, you can very much so go to the Apple Barn restaurant. The meal that I had was completely gluten-free. It was delicious. They do have a menu. If you ask for it, they will bring it over to you on some of the dietary constraints. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's a Southern restaurant. So what Ryan had, the chicken and dumplings, the fried chicken, the apple fritters, the chicken pot pie, all of that is going to be very gluten heavy. However, they did have different options for individuals who can't have gluten or individuals who can't have corn, things like that. You just really have to know what you can and can't eat and understand the menu, which I did my research going in, and I really liked how the grilled chicken with the apple chutney sounded. I'm not going to lie, everybody. If I went back to the Apple Barn tomorrow, I would probably get the same meal. I would just get a side of the chicken and dumplings because it's my favorite, instead of the collard greens. The collard greens, don't get me wrong, were amazing. So flavorful, so delicious. My meal was probably one of the best meals of the trip. But yeah, you can go there and not eat gluten. I did cheat. Like you saw in the video, I had one apple fritter and one bite of chicken and dumplings. And then that night after our hike to the Sugarlands Visitor Center, which we'll put that in a future video, we ended up eating the apple cake. We put it in the microwave in our hotel and made it nice and warm, and had some warm apple cider from our hotel. Oh my God, it was so good. I hadn't had cake in a while. It was gooey. It had this glaze on it. It wasn't like normal cake. It was more spongy, kind of like a sponge cake with, it was glorious. I don't know if it was because I hadn't had cake in 3 to 4 months or if it was just that good. We're going with it was just that good. It was so delicious. And Ryan and I split that. The apple cobbler, we ended up bringing all the way home to Ohio and had the next day, so 2 days later, and it completely held up. We brought our Yeti cooler with us along the trip, so we put that in there and it held up, it survived. We put it in the microwave when we got home. I stuck to more of the fruit. Ryan had more of the toppings. Delicious. So again, when you go to the Apple Barn, you need to go hungry. In the description below, I'm going to put a link to their website so you can see the menu and all of the different things that the Apple Barn has to offer. It's not just the one restaurant. When we went, we had about an hour and a half wait, which gave us opportunity to explore some of the shops and things like that. And again, I apologize, I didn't film any of that. But there is a Christmas store, which is absolutely amazing. We did get some stuff there. There's a candy store. There's a bakery that has homemade donuts and apple bread and apple turnovers and apple dumplings. It smelled so good. Definitely not gluten-free, so we didn't get anything from there. Did I mention the ice cream store, the creamery? They had a wine area, a hard cider location, so much to see and do. And then there is another restaurant. So there's two restaurants, there's the bakery, all different things to see, along with the big general store where we got apple butter to bring home, Vidalia onion dressing, apple cider vinegar, and I mean, we bought so much stuff at the Apple Barn, not gonna lie. So it is an experience. It is something that you definitely need to plan a couple hours at. And happily, we had about an hour and a half wait when we got there before we got a table. So it gave us an opportunity to go to the Christmas store and see some of the different things and buy what we wanted to buy before lunch, which was really nice. For those of you who are looking for recipes, again, in the description below, I'm going to put the website, but the apple julep, which we got right when we went into the restaurant, the recipe is on their website, and it's apple juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, lemon juice, and you mix that and you serve it over ice. It was very refreshing. I think it would be great in the summertime as a slushie. Really, really good. If you're curious about what apple butter is, it's not butter, it's more like an apple jam. It's just really smooth and absolutely delicious. So just amazing things that you can get at the Apple Barn when you're in the Sevierville and Gatlinburg area. We definitely needed our hike afterwards, and we absolutely loved venturing to Sevierville. I can tell you it has not changed since we went there in 2015. I cannot wait to go back, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is in the area for lunch, for dinner. I know they have breakfast. I've never gone there for breakfast, but if you really want the full experience with all of the different food options, go on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, where they give you just everything. It's great, but go hungry because they definitely give you a lot of food. So I want to say thank you again for watching. Our next video will feature our hike on the Gatlinburg Trail, as well as our time in Gatlinburg, and then the next video after that will be our exploring Gatlinburg, as well as our breakfast at Crockett's. Not gonna lie, I did not stick to the whole gluten-free thing at that breakfast. It was something I was looking forward to for months, and I definitely cheated. I didn't go crazy, but I definitely cheated. So stay tuned for more, and Run 50 States My Way. Thanks so much for watching our Apple Barn experience and my first full vlog of doing a dining review. Be kind to me because it was a learning experience. Like, comment down below if you've ever been to the Apple Barn and what you like to eat there and what your favorites are, and most importantly, subscribe so that you can journey with us one state at a time as we journey across America, doing our races and our runcations 1 mile at a time. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.